this was good. This was good. Okay, now we're going to get into some of the happy stories. Okay, now, as you guys know, Rome, part of RBN, he had a documentary put out about him and what he's trying to do in Detroit, right? The documentary is called Rome, Death to America. Now, a lot of people would sit back and go, what kind of name is that? Until you realize what he actually means. And let me just share a little bit of the documentary as well, so that you guys can get just a taste of what he's talking about. Now, let's see. Goodness gracious. I know I have it saved, but all right, so I'm just going to share just a couple of snippets from it, and then I'm going to talk about what happened over the weekend, because this is some nice news, man, and I'd just like to share it with y'all. Good Lord. Wait. Is it live? It wasn't live. Where'd it go? Where did it? Oh, here it is. Right in front of me. JB, get it together, man. So I'm going to share this with you guys. If you guys have not seen this, Rome, Death to America, produced and directed by Right Brain Studios, you guys need to see this. This is raw, real, and enlightening.
Kind of named me after him. Growing up in these blocks, it was, the mother and the father in the home, and sometimes a mother can just make it off of one check. But it started to get harder on people. We started seeing people disappear or going to the military, the army, or prison system, and it just never come back the same. There is no wrong way of protesting. Everybody has a fight in a revolution, right?
What's that word? What you charge?
Yep, that's the gas station I do my gas runs at. I would do a gas run today, but I'm fucking broke, and I didn't do no fundraising this morning. So I had a long morning. I had a late night and a long morning. So look at my dude, helping people out. I told you I was gonna be here with my team. That's my boy. We go hand in hand. I'm ready to do my gas giveaways. He ain't got no problem with me standing up here. You know what I'm saying? Helping the people out. Like, man, it's all cool. He let me smoke my weed in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And sell my weed. It's all love. Man. Oh shit, that's probably too much. Let me get $2 on 3. I got a little gas can trying to cut this damn yard. All right. Oh yeah, man. We're gonna show.
So when Rome was here last year, me and him also did a gas run. It's one of the things that he does in Tour for the Poor. Sometimes he'll take money that is donated and he'll go to the gas station, and anybody that's coming in to get gas, he'll add to their tank. So let's say somebody's getting like $5 worth of gas because let's say they're broke, they only have $5 and they only can get a couple of dollars in gas. And what Rome will do will be like, okay, put 5 more on their tank. So it helps them go a little farther, so they can get back into from work, or do what they need to do for their kids, or go and get to the grocery store, and they won't have to worry as much. So that's what me and Rome did down here. That's what he does in Detroit. Or he'll use those funds to gather food and feed people. Or like one time he did thousands of diapers, thousands of boxes, just gave away diapers, gave away toys to kids, coats, blankets, things like that for kids. So this is some of the things that he did, and they talk about that. But there's also other pieces as well where they talk to some of Rome's friends as well in the area, and it talks about like what happened in the areas that he lived as well. So
in Detroit alone. So what else is the children left with? They're left with drugs, they're left with guns and violence and whatever else is out here for them. Detroit. It was beautiful. When people think about Detroit, they think about crime. They think about the riots.
This is a shot along Linwood. The flames and the field.
But what they don't think about
Neither the mayor or the governor.
is the neglect. But before I get into all of that, let me take you back just a bit. 1959, Motown Records was created. Detroit took over the world.
And you gotta love the cinematography that they did. Just amazing.
You got stories that probably don't even make it across America. Like, you got stories of people just going to random people's houses, killing their kids, raping a woman, just crazy stuff. Like, each part of Detroit is different. Like, you got the east side, you got the west side, you got southwest Detroit, then you got like number streets. Like, even with the side of each side, it's different areas. Like, think about the east side of Detroit. You got the red zone, the dead zone. Detroit, we taking scammer to a different level when the term scammer don't mean technological, your car, your bank, or nothing like that. We mean like scam you out your feelings, scam you off the street, scam you out your life. Like, you get desensitized to it too. Like,
so just to give you guys a scope of this documentary, this is how raw and real it is. So I encourage all of you guys to watch it. But if you guys do, credit out to Right Brain Studios for the direction and production of this documentary. If you guys have not, I've had Kevin Ronka on, multiple times, and I had his partner for Right Brain Studios, Nick, I think his name is, on as well. So if you guys have not, you guys can go to Right Brain TV, rightbrainstudios.tv, and you guys can actually become a member. They do $5 a month. They actually are a streaming service. And on top of it, and it's also linked in the description below, but they also do a lot of revolutionary films from around the world. They even have banned films from DPRK in Cuba. And so you guys can actually go there and become a member and stream Right Brain Studios. By the way, they don't care if you share passwords. They don't care. Their motto is F Netflix, basically, which I love. So watch the films and gain some knowledge about these areas, as well as it's not just documentaries. It's just also films that are, that are made. They have so many different resources. They have, embargoed films of Cuba, Eyes of the World, different right-brain originals. They also, Rome, Death to America is also an original right-brain documentary. You have sanctioned films of North Korea. So these things are curated. And so if you guys would like to, I actually would love to recommend that you guys do that. Now, there is a film festival that was recent. And that recent film festival, they actually had a great response from the people at the film festival. And so I would like to show just some of the Q&A from that festival. From what I think they got like applause like 6 times. It was wonderful. So this is Rome and cast and crew that are speaking about, that are answering questions right now. Well, not right now, but over the weekend from the Defy Film Festival.
Because they want you there. Your life is controlled. Every step. You live under the NATO. You live under NATO. You live under the NDAA. You live under the Patriot Act. You have no privacy. You have none of these freedoms that these people like to shout and holler about. You have none of it. It's all an illusion. The only thing that you have is yourself and your community. If you want better, it's the perfect time to come together with all the differences that we have, whether we are white, black, or wherever it may be. We all need the same damn thing. And if you're not trying to fight for those things, then who's going to fight for them? You know? Can't nobody speak for you but you.
Yeah. Okay, does anyone in the audience have a question they'd like to ask Rome or the filmmakers? Can you keep your hand raised if you raise your hand?
Hi, I was wondering if you could give us feedback as an audience, especially on the question of, did we laugh at the right things? I found myself laughing early on and then thinking, I'm not sure that was.
How dare you stop? What in the world?
Actually supposed to be a joke.
I'm sorry, I laughed at my best friend getting robbed. Okay, look. That's my best friend. I got a pad. I do it all the time. Very bad. So I'm just like, damn. You know, but it's a feeling. We laugh at what how do you feel? You know, I can't tell you, hey, stop that. I'm trying to laugh the part. This is the deep part. You know, it ain't up to you to control the crowd. The crowd do what they want. But yeah, I'm just happy that y'all laugh. But it was a joke that I'm so mad that Kevin cut out. Because a couple of people heard it in the front, but it was a joke. Y'all seen when I was in Family Dollar. I was getting water and whatnot. Somebody was like, hey man, what's up with all these cameras and whatnot? I was like, man, terms and conditions that you gotta accept on Apple. Like, yeah. I accepted the terms and conditions when I was a whole bunch of white people following. I see the cut, but he was on crucial time. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna let this slide. But I'm gonna tell somebody. I told somebody what I said. That was funny. That was off the top.
So you have Kevin, Mark, and Rome there. Rome, of course, looking cleaner than the Board of Health. I got to give my love out and shout out to Rome. Look, if you guys would like to, Rome, Death to America is actually on RBN right now. So if you guys would like to, you guys can actually watch the full movie, the full documentary, and share it with your friends. Right now, the documentary, let me see. How many views does it have so far? It's at 5.7 thousand views. So, of course, a lot of people have actually seen it, and they are like, "Oh my God, this is a great documentary. It is educational. It lets you know." And a lot of times, people will get turned off by the name "Death to America," But once you actually see what he means by it, it's not actual meaning harm of people, but it's harm of institutions that continuously harm us as a people. And really, it's about bringing life to all the people, and especially the people who are poor and destitute in this nation, the marginalized. So that's what it's really about. And I implore you to not only show it to the people around you, but people who you know internationally, show it to them as well. And if you guys would like to, please make sure to also subscribe to Right Brain TV. They do amazing work on the ground as far as being filmmakers. Let's not just, they are also independent media. So when we say support independent media, it's not just us who are on YouTube and Rockfin and Rumble, also filmmakers like Right Brain, also people who make music like Jesse Jet, you know what I mean? Or Riley X, because, last week I had Riley X, he was rhyming, boy was spitting bars. So, I'm going to try to get Riley X on here because that dude can spit bars. So I would like to get him on here as well and get more artists as well to talk to them as well. Now,